Alberta's wildfire season unofficially comes to an end today, even though 30 fires are still burning. So how did this year compare to others? And how are communities already preparing for next season? Jacqueline Wilson has the details.
October 31st marks the unofficial end to Alberta's wildfire season, which began on March 1st. There were 63 fires in the Calgary forest area, which stood out by having the least number of hectares burned at just over 35 compared to other provincial zones. That's thanks to relatively average summer conditions and a very wet July.
September and May were warmer than normal, looking at the average. September markedly so. And then generally speaking, very few days reaching 30 degrees through the last several months.
There were over 1,200 fires in Alberta, which torched nearly 682,000 hectares of land. That's slightly less than last year and much less than 2023. It's too early to predict what the next fire season will bring, but conditions now set the foundation.
The amount of precipitation we get now before the ground freezes certainly will play a role in next year's season.
Worrisome news for southern Alberta as the fire danger ranges from high to extreme, with fire advisories in Rocky View County and Foothills County and a fire ban in the Lethbridge River Valley.
The high winds of the last week have just dried out the river valley so much. Our numbers are through the roof. Our numbers for our fuel load and for the initial spread index are both at extreme.
Meanwhile, Canmore is creating a fire guard to protect the town.
We're working to reduce the amount of fuel because we have an unnatural amount of trees right now. So these are big landscape level breaks. We have one that's almost 2 kilometers long on one side of town and are now working over into the Nordic Centre area.
Miller says the town would like more funding to do additional work as it sees the wildfire risk continuing to grow. Jacqueline Wilson, CTV News, Calgary.
The province is recruiting firefighters to help on the fire line and on prevention efforts. More information can be found on alberta.ca.